Neptune Tuner here. Today we've got a door lock issue. This it doesn't matter if the window's down. You'd still be able to lock the car. But whenever I hit the lock button, it's not actually locking all four doors because it first off, you can go around and check. You know, we've got lock here, and then this side over here, the passenger side is locked, and then this right rear will not lock. You know, sometimes it can also be the trunk and it can also be the hood. But in this particular case, we've got the right rear door that's not locking, and it's an indication of this red light right here. Zoom in on this red light. So I unlocked it, and now I hit the lock button, so it's going to go through this blinking procedure, and then it's going to go solid. So if it goes solid, that means that it's not, something's wrong in the lock, in the locking procedure mechanism, one of the modules, one of the door locks. Something's not communicating, something's not locking. So let's go to the right rear door and go ahead and get that fixed. All right, so I've got a brand new lock module right here. It's for the right rear door. We're gonna take off this door panel here, and it's gonna be real similar to the video I just put out, because I just did one on the driver's front door. See, what I explained in there is sometimes when you use picks for this kind of stuff, you can mar up the panel, so I like to use my plastic tool, and I just stick it in here and pop it out from the corner, and we can work it away like that. If you want more details, watch the other video. So then there's a little hole right here to where you just kind of jiggle and pull out, and then you work it out with your hands, making sure not to break any of these plastic pieces. Set that to the side, and then we got our 5 T30 screws, I believe. I think there's still 5 of them in the rear door. One right here, and then this one at the bottom center. There it is. So like I explained in my other video, there's different methods to pop this door panel off, but the first method I use is see, this one feels like it's been off before as well. I can get my hands underneath it. Usually if these screws stay in the holes, as soon as you start popping it loose, they'll come out, and then I just throw them in that panel. So then we want to be careful when we get it up like this. You'll just have to see the other video on how to get that out, because I show better in that one. So you just pull this back and then pop it out. See how it's got hooks right there? So you pull it back like this to get more slack, and then you pull it out like that. So then we have our tweeter right here. So we'll unplug our tweeter. Don't forget to plug any of this stuff back in. Then we have a locking tab right here. And I might have to get my pick for this locking tab. Just disengage it like that, and then pull it out like this. And then we're just gonna carefully set that to the side. Now we've got this interior panel piece to pop out, and we can go ahead and start taking our lock mechanism out. So these one of these screws was stripped out on the other side. Came out just perfect for me in there. Now we're going to try to see how much we can pull loose. Let's just go ahead and get this out of the way too. And just pull this through. Now there's a wire clip in here. I'll just go ahead and pull that all the way through. Just give ourselves a little bit more room. And now we got it just like this, and that's the way we want it. Now I got my new one here. I'm gonna verify that everything is correct. It is. So this has So I'm probably gonna have to grab my pick on this as well. This just swings out right there. See how I had to remember which way it swung out. But you pop this tab up just a little bit and swing it out towards you if it's sitting like this. And then this cable swings out like that. So we also need to salvage this cable right here. So similar thing, this just swings over to the side and then swings over to the side. So now the junk one goes over there. So let's put this cable in first. Right there, here it clip in. Oh, I did it wrong. I clipped in the wrong side first. So now you see you pull that out. Let's swing this side in first. There we go. All right, now swing this side in right here. Swing that side in. Now we got to put our cable back in. Okay. Now let's see if we can get it positioned. Okay, it's positioned. We'll toss our bolts back in. Be careful with these T30s. They apparently can strip out pretty easy, like I showed in my last video. So then go back and do the final torque by hand. Just like that. We'll pop this grommet back in, like so. So these tabs really help to you pull these tabs to get it seated again. You really want to get it all the way seated right there. And then don't forget to put this back through its hole here. Same thing with these rubber tabs here. You pull these out like that, and then we've got this right here. Slide this in, and now we've got our door panel. So remember all three things that we got to plug in. Got to plug in the main connector here, and then we got our tweeter. And then we've got our cable to install. On this particular cable, it wanted to go in from the bottom first. And you'll get a better view on that one if you watch my my other video on it. I'll pin that video in the comments so you got both of them. But this is my second time around, and I'm showing less details because I'm already ready to get the job done. You know what I forgot to do, and I forgot to do another thing. I was going to replace this switch for this guy. So actually, I don't necessarily need to take the panel back off, I don't think. I think you can just take a pick in here. This let me get a pair of pliers here, Nip-X. Yeah. There we go. So you just pull this out like this. See, I wouldn't be able, if you bought a new switch, you could do it like this, because this is just, I mean, you could glue the face back on it if you still had it, and it would be fine. But if I'm replacing it, I don't even care about that anymore. So now I'm just going to put this switch back in like this, and then it just pops right into place. or it should. There we go. All right, now let's proceed. All right, there it is. Now let's see if let's see, get it from the inside here. And then now it's locked. That's a fix. All right, subscribe to Naptown Tuner.